Hi, this is Jeff from Boss, and in this video we're going to talk about how to update the system version on your Katana amp. This applies to all models of Katana amp, the 50, the 100, the 100-212, and the Katana head. So to begin with, let's just determine whether you need the update or not. We're going to do a little procedure that tells us what version we're on if the update is needed. And this is for the 1.02 system program update. In the event that you do need it, we'll cover how to download it from boss.info as well as how to apply the update to your Katana amp. So let's dive right in. First, we need to determine whether or not your amp needs to be updated. And as we start this process, we're going to first make sure that the amp is off, then we'll move the power control switch to standby. And then at this point, we'll turn the power switch on while holding down the tap button. And now, if you see any tone setting indicator flashing as you do on this unit, you'll need to carry out the update. If all the tone setting indicators are dark, then your unit is at the most recent version and no update operation is necessary at this time. Once we're finished verifying the version, we turn off the power. And at this point, we need to download the 1.02 system update for Katana. To do this, we'll first open a web browser. Then we'll go to the Boss website. The address is boss.info. So you can just go to the top of your web browser to the address bar and type it in like this. Then hit enter or return when you're finished. Now we're on the Boss website and we just click on support. Then support by product. And then go down to updates and drivers. We go to the category that includes K for Katana. And we'll click on the Katana head because that's the product we're updating today. But you'll want to pick the download that goes with the product you have. So moving forward, we will click the Katana system program link. And here are the instructions that I've been covering about how to tell the version as well as the procedure for the update. But we're going to cover this in the video. So now at this point, you'll scroll down to the bottom and click I agree. Then you'll click the download file button and you'll choose to save the file to your computer. Once the Katana system update has finished downloading, now we have the actual file that we need to do the update, and we're going to turn back to the unit. We want to make sure we're not connected via USB between the Katana and your computer yet. And then at this point, you're going to adjust the master knob to the minimum setting. And we're going to turn on the power while holding both channel 1 and panel tone setting buttons. On a unit that needs updating, the indicator lights for channels 1 through 4 will be flashing. As you can see, this Katana 100 watt head unit is doing right now. The next step we'll take in this process is to connect a USB cable coming from our computer to the Katana's USB port. Once you've done that, the indicators for channel 1 through 4 will stop flashing and stay lit. Then if you go to your hard drive on your computer, either in the computer window or this PC window between Windows 7, 8, and 10, just go to that window. You'll see a Boss Katana hard drive icon now appear in this window. And now if you're not sure how to get to this screen, you can actually just click on the Start menu and in the Run dialog box here, type in computer and it'll take you right to the screen. So now you're going to open up the Boss Katana icon or a drive that may also be called removable disk. And then we're going to copy the files that were in the Katana System 1.02 folder into this window. Let's go over to that file now. And then we select those two files and we're going to simply drag them over to the Boss Katana icon and drop them in there. Now it's very important to remember that you do not want to grab the whole folder that they're inside. You want to grab only the files that are inside that folder. If you do that, you run the risk of corrupting the firmware inside and potentially damaging your Katana. That's all you have to remember, just get the files themselves, not the folder. So we copy them over, and now that the file copy operation is complete, we can now go to the Boss Katana icon, right-click it, and go to Eject. And then at this point, you could disconnect the USB cable coming from the Katana to the computer. The panel button will now flash once you've done that. So what you're going to do is press panel to start the update process. While the update is in process, the effects indicators light up, as you can see here. When the update is finished, the effects indicators slowly flash simultaneously. Now you'll turn the Katana off, and this completes the update operation. Next time you turn on your Katana, it'll be running the new system program, and you can then follow that same procedure we started off with at the beginning of the video to verify that it's been updated. And in this video, we're going to talk about installing the USB driver for the new Boss Katana line of amplifiers. So let's jump right in. First, we're going to launch a browser. And if you don't have it bookmarked already, just go to the address bar and simply type in boss.info and hit enter or return. And at this point, you should see this page come up. So once you have it on your screen, just simply click on the support link at the top. Then click support by product down in the lower left area. Then click updates and drivers. And at this point, just click the H through M category, because that's where Katana will be located. Then in my case, I have the Katana head, but you'll want to, as a rule, click on the product that you have. And now that we get to this next page, I'll just scroll down a little bit to get to the operating system I'm using. I happen to be on Windows 7 on this computer, so I'll click this driver, the second one down. If you're on Windows 10, click the top one. Then we scroll down a little bit, click I agree, then download file. And we're going to go ahead and save it to our desktop in this case. Depending on your browser settings, it may save this file in a different location. At this point, we can just minimize the browser, and we'll double-click the zipped folder, and we'll simply drag the driver folder out of it and drag it to the desktop. Once that's copied, click on the folder to open it, and then we're going to single or double-click setup.exe depending on how your computer is set up. And now we're going to choose to run this file. Now you'll see a dialog window come up that allows you to click Next. And once again, we click Next past the Windows security notification. The driver should start installing now. And if you get a pop-up window that asks, would you like to install this device software, just simply click Install. And at this point, you're going to want to connect a USB cable from the Katana to your computer. Then turn on the Katana's power switch. Once the install has been completed, you should see the window say installation has been completed, and you can hit close at that point. Now your Katana should be installed on your computer. If you're not sure the install went through properly, you can always go to the Start menu, then Control Panel, and click the sound icon. In this window, you can see here that our Katana is in fact installed and being seen by the system. Now, if you're on other operating systems such as Windows 8 or Windows 10, you can simply type in the Run dialog, sound, and then in the list that comes up, click on sound. As you can see, that will launch the exact same dialog window. So once you've completed this process, you're ready to use the Katana's computer-based capabilities, such as using it with Boss Tone Studio, as well as using it as a direct USB recording input and you can monitor via the headphone outputs any standard sound programs that you're running on your computer. And when used like this to play back music through the headphone jack of the Katana, it is in fact working as your computer's sound card. And in this video, we're going to cover a couple of steps necessary for getting ready to use your new Katana amplifier with your computer. First, what we need to do is to download and install a small piece of software known as Adobe AIR. This software is necessary for proper operation of Boss Tone Studio with your Katana amp. To get it, we simply launch a browser on your computer. Then we type in adobe.com in the address bar at the top. Then hit the Enter or Return key. Click the search box in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and simply type in the word AIR. Click on the first link that comes up at the top of the list. Then, on the next page that comes up after clicking that link, go to the upper right-hand corner and click Download Adobe AIR. In the following screen, click Download Now. Then you'll click Save File in the notification window that pops up. Once you click Save File, you'll see another screen come up in your browser with the button entitled Next. You don't need to click that, and as a matter of fact, at this point, you can just close your browser down. Then just simply double-click the file that shows up on your desktop or wherever you have your browser set to send downloads once you've gotten something from the internet. Once you've launched the installer and a little dialog window pops up, you'll go ahead and click the Run button to begin the installation process. After a moment or two, you'll see a window pop up where you need to click the I agree button, and it'll start installing. Once it's done, just click the Finish button. Now you're ready to move on to the next step of the process, getting your amp's system updated, getting the driver installed, then getting started with Boss Tone Studio.